the internet just exploded. And you're about to find out why. Imagine this: Jay-Z sitting down for a rare, sweeping GQ interview, unpacking years of legacy, lawsuits, and music industry power plays. And then, in the middle of it all, Drake drops a video that nobody saw coming. Seconds after Jay-Z declares, "I'm Jay-Z," a line meant to assert dominance and dismiss the whispers, Drake responds. Not with words, not with subliminals, not with a song, but with a video. And that video is chilling. This isn't just a reaction. This is a calculated strike, delivered at the perfect moment, catching Jay-Z mid-interview and the entire hip-hop world off guard. Fans are calling it audacious. Insiders are calling it dangerous. And the speculation? It's off the charts. What's in the video? Does it expose secrets that Jay-Z has spent years keeping hidden? Does it threaten his empire, his reputation, his legacy? Within minutes, social media erupted. Clips circulated, memes exploded, podcasts debated, and headlines screamed. Every fan, every analyst, every celebrity commentator is asking the same question. How far is Drake willing to go, and what does this mean for the power balance in hip-hop? Because make no mistake, this isn't just about music. This is about control, influence, legacy, and years of unspoken tension coming to a boiling point. And here's the kicker. This video doesn't just respond, it demands attention. It makes the GQ interview feel incomplete. It turns Jay-Z's confident declarations into fuel for something bigger, something darker, something that might just reshape the hip-hop landscape forever. By the time we break down what Drake's video shows, why he posted it, and what it means for Jay-Z, you're going to see why the internet hasn't stopped talking about this moment since it dropped. The gloves are off. The war is public. And this is only the beginning. To understand why this video has the internet on fire, you have to go back, way back, to when the paths of Drake and Jay-Z first collided. This isn't just a story of music. It's a story of mentorship, rivalry, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of dominance in a culture where respect is everything and power is currency. The first spark between these two titans happened in 2009, when a young Drake, still fresh from his Toronto acting days, got a call that would change his life forever. Jay-Z, already a global mogul and a legend in hip-hop, invited Drake to contribute to the Blueprint 3, in giving him a feature that served as the ultimate seal of approval. For a young artist navigating the treacherous waters of fame, this wasn't just a feature, it was a passport to legitimacy. Drake wasn't just being heard, he was being endorsed by the king himself. By 2010, the tables had turned in a symbolic way. Drake brought Jay-Z onto his debut album, Thank Me Later, with the track Light Up. Fans didn't just hear a collaboration, they witnessed a mentor passing wisdom to a protege, a verbal chess match that subtly hinted at the coming wars. Jay-Z's verse wasn't just bars, it was a blueprint, a warning, a roadmap for success, and a test of Drake's readiness to climb the ranks. At that point, the relationship was almost idyllic. Veteran guiding the young star, and the star soaking in every ounce of insight. But nothing stays simple when egos, ambition, and legacies are involved. By 2011, Drake began to assert himself not just as a rising talent, but as a force to be reckoned with, positioning himself as a contender for the throne of hip-hop. And Jay-Z noticed. The subtle nods, the offhand comments, the lyrical flexes, everything pointed to a single question. Could Drake surpass the king? The tension escalated during the summer of Watch the Throne, Jay-Z and Kanye West's landmark collaboration. Drake's signals weren't subtle. References in songs, interviews, and social media hinted at his ascent, his claim to dominance, and even at a challenge to Jay-Z's long-standing reign. Publicly, there was respect. Privately, the air was electric with competition. Behind closed doors, alliances shifted, egos bruised, and what started as mentorship evolved into a delicate balance of respect and rivalry. The next few years were a dance of public civility and private tension. In 2013, Jay-Z gifted Drake 2 a cappella verses for Pound Cake, a rare act of generosity. But even generosity came with an edge. Jay-Z's lines carried lessons, warnings, and subtle assertions of authority. By 2014, Drake began making dismissive comments about Jay-Z's artistry in interviews, prompting Jay-Z to fire back in freestyles that cut deep, leaving fans wondering, was this rivalry personal, professional, or both? Public appearances masked a complicated reality. By 2016, the duo appeared on tracks together, seemingly reconciled. But behind the scenes, collaborations were precarious, rushed, and fraught with tension. Next, stories surfaced about makeshift studios being set up at concert venues just to record a verse, signaling how fragile even the smallest collaborations had become. Then came 2024, the Kendrick Lamar and Drake feud. Jay-Z found himself drawn into a conflict that transcended music. It became about loyalties, alliances, and influence. When Kendrick landed the Super Bowl halftime show, speculation swirled. Was Jay-Z strategically positioning Drake's rival for maximum impact? To Drake and his camp, it felt personal, calculated, and impossible to ignore. Now, fast forward to March 2026, and the GQ interview drops. Jay-Z speaks candidly about lawsuits, legacy, Kendrick, and Drake, but amid measured reflection, he drops a line that ignites the internet. "I'm Jay-Z." A statement of dominance, a dismissal, a spark. And within hours, Drake posts a video that doesn't just respond, it escalates the war to a level no one expected. This isn't a feud about music anymore, it's about power, influence, perception, and legacy. It's about two of the most powerful men in hip-hop history circling each other, calculating every move, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Drake's video is not a reaction. It's a statement of intent, and it forces the world to ask, how far will this go? What makes it even more explosive is the legal context. Drake is not only a musician posting content, he's a plaintiff in a federal defamation suit. Every frame, every post, every move exists within a high-stakes environment where words are weapons and timing is everything. And Jay-Z? He's navigating his own legal aftermath, not including a recently dismissed lawsuit that shook him personally and professionally. The stakes have never been higher. By now, the tension is palpable. The mentorship turned rivalry, the personal grievances, the industry machinations, all of it converges into a single moment. Drake's chilling video landing in the middle of Jay-Z's own interview, forcing the world to confront a war that has been simmering for nearly 2 decades. And the thing about this feud? It's far from over. The video is just the opening salvo. The stage is set, the players are ready, and the drama is about to explode in ways nobody predicted. It all starts with timing. Drake didn't just post a video, he waited, calculated down to the hour. The GQ interview had dropped. Jay-Z's words were circulating across every social media platform, every podcast, every YouTube channel. Headlines screamed, "I'm Jay-Z." Memes were created. Analysts debated. And then Drake struck. The video begins innocuously. A dimly lit room. Drake sits, calm but intense. The camera lingers on his eyes, full of fire and focus. Then he speaks, and every word drips with precision, with purpose. This isn't a rant. This isn't a freestyle. This is strategy in motion. Drake lays it all out. He references Jay-Z's GQ quotes, the dismissive laughter, the self-proclaimed supremacy. Then he pivots, dropping a line that immediately sends chills through anyone watching. You say you're untouchable, but untouchable doesn't mean above accountability. The implication is heavy. It's a warning. It's a threat disguised as a statement. And then he begins to expose details that the public has only whispered about for years. A meeting behind the scenes. A deal that never made it to the public. Conversations recorded and leaked, all pointing to a pattern. Drake's camp alleges that Jay-Z has been manipulating outcomes in the industry, pulling strings that affect careers, award shows, and even the Super Bowl stage. Fans immediately start connecting dots. Could this explain Kendrick's rise over Drake in 2024? Was Jay-Z really orchestrating a silent war? Drake doesn't stop there. He references the alleged creative tension involving Beyoncé, the timing of album releases, and a supposed preemptive move by Jay-Z that blocked key collaborators from high-profile stages. Each revelation lands like a bomb. Social media erupts instantly. Clips from the video go viral. Twitter threads explode with theories. Hashtags trend. Hashtag Drake vs. Jay. Hashtag chilling video. Hashtag Jay-Z exposed. Now, insiders claim that parts of the video were pre-recorded with legal counsel present, suggesting this isn't just a stunt. It's a documented strategic move with implications beyond the public eye. Fans begin to speculate. Is Drake laying the groundwork for a lawsuit? Is this a countermeasure to protect himself in ongoing legal battles? Every viewer feels the weight of the moment. This is history in motion. Then comes the first twist that nobody expected. Midway through the video, Drake reveals a private clip. The screen flashes briefly to a distorted, grainy video showing Jay-Z in a meeting. Voices overlap, and though the audio is mostly muffled, the context is unmistakable. Plans being discussed, decisions being made, and power being exerted behind closed doors. The internet explodes, questions flood in. What exactly was discussed? And who else was involved? How far does this reach? To make matters worse, Drake drops a bombshell claim about a previously unknown dispute. He suggests that a major artist, one of hip-hop's most prominent names, was quietly sidelined because of Jay-Z's influence, and that this had a ripple effect across the industry. The public goes wild. Forums light up. Fans start theorizing about who was affected, with speculation ranging from chart manipulation to tour scheduling sabotage. The story grows by the minute. Then, Drake turns the heat even higher. He directly addresses Jay-Z, breaking the usual hip-hop etiquette of coded messages and subliminal jabs. You've played the chess game for years, thinking no one is watching. But every move leaves a mark. Every alliance, every slight, it's on record. The audacity is staggering. This isn't a diss track. This isn't a meme. This is a public unmasking. And the first twist? Just when the video seems to settle into a narrative of exposure and accusation, Drake drops the line that leaves everyone speechless. There's one meeting you thought would never see the light of day. I have it, and it changes everything. Boom! The video cuts to black. Social media goes into meltdown. Every comment section is flooded with panic, curiosity, and disbelief. People are begging for more, but the video provides nothing further. The cliffhanger is absolute. Industry insiders who spoke to us anonymously claim that this move is unprecedented. They say, "We've never seen a confrontation like this in hip-hop, where timing, content, and legal strategy all collide. It's calculated chaos." Podcasts start replaying the video frame by frame, analyzing gestures, lip movements, and background sounds for hidden messages. Every move Drake made was scrutinized, and the overarching question begins to dominate headlines. Is this a personal vendetta, a legal maneuver, or a strategic career play for Iceman, his upcoming album? Meanwhile, Jay-Z remains silent. Publicly, there's no response. His team issues no statements. But behind the scenes, according to sources, the reaction is intense. Advisors are reportedly scrambling. Security teams are involved. Social media monitoring is on high alert. The sheer audacity of Drake's strike, posted during Jay-Z's own interview cycle, is unprecedented. It's a calculated escalation that shifts the entire narrative in Drake's favor. Fans begin connecting this to past events. Remember the 2024 Kendrick feud? The Super Bowl decisions? At the hidden dynamics with Beyoncé's album timing? Now everything feels like it's part of a larger, long-running chess match. And the video proves one thing. Drake is no longer playing defense. He's on offense, and his moves are chillingly precise. The public reaction is instantaneous. Twitter explodes. TikTok recreates clips. Instagram explodes with screenshots and commentary. Every hip-hop channel on YouTube drops breakdowns. Memes are made in real time. Influencers weigh in. And all of it spins into the first twist of the story. Drake isn't just responding, he's rewriting the rules, challenging Jay-Z at his own game, and leaving an open question that will dominate headlines for weeks. And just when you think the video can't get more explosive, insiders leak a small detail. There's a second clip embedded in the original video, and a clip that Drake has not made public yet. Sources say it's far more damaging than what's already online. The internet waits with bated breath. The anticipation builds. Everyone knows the escalation is far from over. The first twist is now clear. Drake has not only responded to Jay-Z's dominance claim, he's exposed a level of behind-the-scenes maneuvering that the public has never seen, and he's dangling even more for later. It's a move that threatens reputation, alliances, and potentially even legal standing. And the world watches in shock, waiting for the next move, knowing that the next revelation could reshape the entire hierarchy of hip-hop. The stage is set, the players are ready, and the first twist proves one undeniable truth. This war is no longer subtle, it's public, it's strategic, and it's terrifyingly calculated. Just when it seemed like the first wave of chaos had peaked, the story exploded into a new dimension. Within hours of Drake's chilling video going live, clips of private DMs and texts allegedly between Drake and industry insiders leaked online. Screenshots surfaced on X, Instagram, and TikTok, supposedly showing Drake coordinating this move for maximum impact. Every line hinted at strategy, revenge, and long-planned retaliation. Fans went wild. Was this all spontaneous? Or had Drake been plotting a counterstrike for months? And then came the bombshell, the second twist. A previously unseen segment of Drake's video leaked, this one more provocative than the first. In it, a shadowed figure appears, speaking with a voice resembling someone from Jay-Z's inner circle. The conversation is vague but pointed, in it referencing decisions made that shouldn't see the light of day, alliances broken, and the Super Bowl move that wasn't just about music. The clip is intentionally obscured, but it fuels the fire of conspiracy theories. Has Drake obtained material proving Jay-Z influenced key decisions in ways no one knew? Celebrities quickly weighed in. Social media lit up with reactions from some of hip-hop's biggest names. One influential rapper posted cryptically, "You can't play with fire and not get burned. Watch this space." Another artist tweeted, "This isn't just bars, this is receipts." Every post added layers of suspense, speculation, and tension, turning Drake's single video into a multi-front war for attention, influence, and dominance. Meanwhile, the narrative on X exploded into threads dissecting every frame of the video. The people analyzed Drake's hand movements, background noises, even the timestamps, claiming each detail was a coded message. One viral thread argued that the dimly lit room wasn't random. It was the exact location where a secret meeting took place years earlier, one that allegedly set the stage for decades of industry maneuvering. Fans began to suspect Drake had anticipated Jay-Z's every move, but the escalation didn't stop there. Reports surfaced that Drake's video had caught the attention of major label executives. Sources claimed that they were frantically reviewing contracts, tour schedules, and collaborations to understand whether this video exposed anything actionable. Insiders hinted that some business deals were temporarily frozen, as parties waited to see how Jay-Z would respond. Even streaming platforms reportedly monitored views and engagement like never before, knowing this moment could define the year in music. Then came the most shocking reveal. An anonymous source leaked that Drake's video includes hints of unreleased material from Jay-Z's own archives, recordings, private sessions, and messages never intended for public consumption. The implications are staggering. Not only is Drake publicly confronting Jay-Z, but he might also hold evidence that could shake decades of legacy and influence. The hip-hop world collectively gasped. This wasn't just a feud anymore, it was a historical moment in the making. Social media went into hyperdrive. Fans created timelines connecting every past interaction between Drake and Jay-Z, from early collaborations on Light Up and Pound Cake, to subliminal jabs on album tracks, to now this video. Every handshake, every verse, every public appearance was being reinterpreted as part of a master chess game spanning 17 years. Reddit threads exploded with titles like, "Drake just changed hip-hop forever," and "The Untold Story of Jay-Z versus Drake." Celebrity reactions added fuel to the fire. One megastar posted a short video with only the caption, "This is bigger than music." Another, known for keeping out of public feuds, tweeted, "We've all been watching quietly. Now we see the board." Analysts speculated that the feud had now moved beyond personal rivalry. It was industry-wide, affecting careers, awards, and reputations at the highest levels. Adding even more tension, a legal analyst noted that Drake's timing coincided with an ongoing federal defamation appeal. Every word, every frame, every subtle implication could theoretically be leveraged in court. The revelation that Drake might be strategically documenting Jay-Z's private dealings while the legal case unfolds turned the drama into something more than just viral content. It became a potentially high-stakes legal confrontation. And just when people thought the story couldn't get more explosive, the insider sources dropped the ultimate cliffhanger. They hinted at a third, unreleased segment of Drake's video, one containing audio that allegedly contradicts statements Jay-Z made in his GQ interview. The snippet hasn't been shared yet, but the description alone has created feverish anticipation. Fans are begging for it, speculating wildly about what secrets could be exposed. The internet is in chaos. Memes proliferate faster than news articles can keep up. YouTube channels release breakdowns almost in real time, comparing Drake's expressions in the video to past public appearances, hunting for hidden meanings. TikTok users remix audio clips into viral formats, turning Drake's statements into both commentary and prophecy. Everywhere you look, the question hangs in the air. What does Drake really have? And how will Jay-Z respond? Even mainstream media caught wind. Headlines read, "Drake just escalated the biggest hip-hop feud of the decade," and "Jay-Z versus Drake, the war moves beyond music." Analysts debated whether this confrontation could affect future tours, album releases, or collaborations. The stakes were no longer just personal, they were industry-defining. Finally, the section closes with a cliffhanger that sets the stage for the next phase. Drake has not revealed everything, and every new leak, every new insight, every shocking allegation is meticulously timed. Jay-Z has yet to respond, and insiders suggest he is not taking the attack lightly. Plans are reportedly underway behind the scenes, but nothing has been publicized. Fans are left with one undeniable truth. The feud is escalating, the stakes are monumental, and the next revelation could change everything. The moment Drake's video hit the internet, the reaction was instantaneous and explosive. Within minutes, hashtags like #DrakeVsJ, #HipHopCivilWar, and #JayZExposed were trending worldwide. Fans flooded social media with every possible theory, dissecting frame by frame, word by word. Every gesture, every glance, every background sound in the video became a scrutinized clue to a conspiracy spanning nearly 2 decades. Twitter, or X, as it's now branded, became a war zone. One viral thread claimed Drake's video was not just a response, it's a blueprint of Jay-Z's career secrets. Another post went even further, saying, "Drake has receipts that could rewrite hip-hop history." Memes erupted in waves, some painting Drake as the fearless hero exposing a titan, others portraying Jay-Z as the untouchable king, laughing off the challenge. Every post, every screenshot, every remix added fuel to the fire, creating social media chaos unlike anything seen in years. Celebrities couldn't stay quiet. Some took sides publicly, while others offered cryptic commentary. A well-known rapper posted a subtle video nod, hinting at time for accountability. Another megastar commented, "This isn't just music, this is culture. Watch closely." Even outside of hip-hop, influencers from fashion, sports, and entertainment began weighing in, underscoring that this feud was no longer confined to rap. It had become a mainstream spectacle. Meanwhile, major media outlets scrambled to cover the fallout. Headlines screamed across every platform. Drake drops video that shakes Jay-Z's legacy, the hip-hop civil war, Drake versus Jay-Z, and insider leaks suggest Drake has proof. Jay-Z's story isn't complete. News segments dissected every detail of the video, while op-eds debated the implications. Was this just entertainment or a strategic move with legal and industry consequences? Fans erupted into debates across forums, dividing sharply into camps. One side hailed Drake as a truth-teller, exposing long-hidden power plays, while the other defended Jay-Z as the untouchable mogul, whose influence simply intimidates rivals. 9 polls circulated asking, who really has the upper hand? And did Drake just start the biggest hip-hop war in history? Every fan conversation, every comment section, every TikTok duet added to the pandemic-level frenzy. Even the business world reacted. Sources inside record labels and streaming platforms confirmed executives were closely monitoring every post and engagement metric. Insiders reported emergency strategy meetings to determine how to navigate the fallout, whether to protect their artists, manage brand perception, or capitalize on the attention. Some label executives feared the video could influence album rollouts, tours, or endorsement deals, turning a feud into a multi-million-dollar industry concern. Awards shows, podcasts, and talk shows immediately jumped on the story. Some analysts suggested this video could even affect nominations and industry accolades, framing it as a power move that reshapes alliances. Meanwhile, YouTube creators flooded the platform with breakdowns, conspiracy theories, and hot takes, each trying to predict Jay-Z's next move. Some clips amassed millions of views within hours, proving that this feud wasn't just viral, it was cultural dynamite. Adding even more tension, some anonymous insiders hinted at private messages leaking between Jay-Z and other industry moguls, revealing frustration and concern over the timing of Drake's video. One purported screenshot suggested Jay-Z had convened a top-secret meeting with his team to assess damage control. Meanwhile, Drake's camp reportedly celebrated the immediate impact, seeing the video as a masterstroke of timing, calculation, and cultural disruption. The internet itself seemed to divide into battlegrounds. TikTok users created reaction compilations, X threads theorized about the hidden meanings, and Instagram stories exploded with fan polls and fiery debates. Every snippet from Drake's video was remixed, layered with dramatic music and dissected for possible hidden meanings. A single clip showing Drake glancing off camera sparked hours of speculation. Who was in the room? What did they know? Why hadn't they spoken yet? Legal experts weighed in as well, connecting the timing of Drake's video to his ongoing defamation lawsuit. Analysis suggested every word Drake released could theoretically be relevant to court proceedings. Some argued that by making this video public, Drake was strategically strengthening his legal position while simultaneously dominating the court of public opinion. Jay-Z, meanwhile, faced scrutiny for whether he would respond publicly, legally, or strategically remain silent. Even global audiences were caught in the drama. Hip-hop fans in Europe, Asia, and Latin America joined online debates, translating clips and commentary into local languages, spreading the tension across continents. Music forums dissected Drake's tone, Jay-Z's past lyrics, and industry implications, creating an unprecedented global conversation about one feud, one video, and 2 of the biggest figures in music history. And yet, despite all the chaos, the most shocking element remained unseen. The third segment of Drake's video, the one insiders promised would be the most explosive, remains unreleased. And its content is being described as life-changing for hip-hop narratives, suggesting even deeper revelations about Jay-Z's dealings, decisions, and hidden influence. Fans are desperate, speculation runs wild, and the countdown for its drop has become the most anticipated moment in music in years. By the end of this storm, one thing is clear. This is no longer just Drake versus Jay-Z. It is a full-scale cultural, legal, and industry-wide event. Every fan, celebrity, and executive is now part of the unfolding drama. The feud has entered a new phase, public, raw, and uncontrollable. Every response, every leak, every new post could shift the balance of power overnight, leaving the world wondering who will come out on top and whether anything in hip-hop will ever be the same. The cliffhanger looms large. Jay-Z has yet to respond in kind. An insider suggests his move will surpass anything Drake has done. The next chapter promises to be explosive, with stakes higher than ever, and a drama that will dominate headlines for months. Just when it seemed like Drake's video had shaken the entire hip-hop world to its core, insiders revealed something so explosive it could rewrite everything we thought we knew about this feud. Sources close to the situation told us that Drake's video wasn't just a reaction. It was a strategically planted message, hinting at evidence he's been holding for years. Evidence that could directly implicate Jay-Z in moves no one has ever questioned publicly. According to these sources, hidden within the video are coded references to private meetings, financial records, and behind-the-scenes deals that Jay-Z has long kept secret. Fans noticed subtle background items. A framed photo, a book on the shelf, a fleeting gesture, each one pointing to a story far deeper than the GQ interview or past subliminal bars. Experts analyzing the video believe that Drake is signaling that there are untold truths about industry manipulation, label decisions, and power plays. Truths that could make headlines far beyond the music world. Then came the most shocking insider leak yet. Drake allegedly has video evidence of conversations between Jay-Z and several top executives discussing the Kendrick Lamar and Drake feud years ago. These discussions, if authenticated, could suggest that Jay-Z's alignment during the Super Bowl halftime show and other high-profile moments was more calculated than publicly admitted. If this leak is real, it would mean that the feud isn't just personal. It's a chess game spanning contracts, tours, and media narratives. Fans immediately began speculating about what this means for Jay-Z's public image. Memes exploded overnight portraying Drake as a shadow strategist exposing the king, while Jay-Z was framed as the untouchable mogul, now under unprecedented scrutiny. Social media users combed every frame of Drake's video for clues, dissecting every glance, every tone, every silence, theorizing that hidden messages were embedded intentionally. Some even suggested that the video contains visual codes referencing business documents and emails, proof that Drake's message is as much about leverage as it is about revenge. Meanwhile, legal analysts chimed in. Drake's ongoing defamation lawsuit could now intersect with these revelations. If he can show a pattern of behavior, private communications, or evidence that supports his claims, it could strengthen his case dramatically. Jay-Z, on the other hand, is reportedly scrambling behind closed doors, consulting top legal and PR strategists to determine how or if he should respond. One insider described the meetings as tense, unprecedented, and filled with contingency plans nobody outside that room could imagine. The timing of this video could not be more critical. Drake is preparing the rollout of his highly anticipated album, Iceman, and insiders suggest he intentionally synchronized the video with the peak of the GQ coverage to maximize cultural impact. Every headline, every meme, every news cycle is now dominated by Drake versus Jay-Z, creating a storm that could eclipse the album launch entirely. Yet sources confirm that this was no accident. Drake is turning the feud itself into part of his narrative, making the battle personal, public, and unforgettable. Adding another layer of shock, some anonymous insiders claim that the video foreshadows an even bigger release. Footage that Drake has yet to share, potentially involving other industry figures who have historically remained silent. These could include executives, collaborators, and even artists caught in the middle of past conflicts. If true, this next release could escalate the feud from a public spat to a full-blown industry reckoning. Fans are already speculating wildly, with theories ranging from covert label deals to secret collaborations being exposed. And yet Jay-Z remains mostly silent in public. His few statements have been carefully measured, almost philosophical, like as if he's waiting for the right moment to strike back. Sources claim he is meticulously crafting a response that could overshadow Drake's video entirely, potentially a live public address, an album reveal, or a surprise collaboration designed to reset the narrative. The suspense is suffocating. The world is holding its breath for the next move, knowing that one wrong step could change the hierarchy of hip-hop forever. In the midst of all this, the online world is consumed by speculation. TikTok compilations, Instagram Reels, X Threads, YouTube breakdowns, they're all exploding with theories and analyses, many of them predicting that the next revelation could involve secret contracts, unreleased tracks, or personal betrayals. Every fan, critic, and insider analyst is asking the same question. What does Drake really know? And how far is he willing to take it? And here's the ultimate cliffhanger. Sources confirm that Drake's next move is imminent, and it may not be a single video. It could be a series of releases strategically designed to drop evidence, ignite conversation, and force Jay-Z into the public eye like never before. The next few weeks are shaping up to be the most explosive period in modern hip-hop history, with stakes higher than ever. The world watches, waits, and wonders. Will Jay-Z respond? And if he does, will he reclaim the throne? Or will Drake's revelations permanently alter the balance of power in the music industry? One thing is certain, this is far from over. The next chapter is coming, and it promises to be more shocking, more revealing, and more unforgettable than anything we've seen yet. Now it's your turn to weigh in. The question everyone is asking: is Drake finally exposing the real Jay-Z, or is this just another power play in a feud that has been 17 years in the making? Comment below with your hot takes. Who do you think holds the upper hand right now, and who's about to crack under the pressure? Hit that like button if you're shocked by the video Drake just dropped. Share this video with your friends because, trust us, you won't want them to miss a single second of this unfolding saga. Every second matters in this story, and the internet is already divided. Are you Team Drake, believing he's unmasking hidden truths? Or are you Team Jay-Z, convinced the legend is untouchable no matter what comes next? Drop your vote in the comments and let the debate rage. And here's the thing, you cannot predict what's coming next. Your sources hint that Drake may have even more explosive material lined up, potentially involving secret conversations, unreleased tracks, and industry secrets nobody has ever leaked before. Jay-Z's response? Still unknown, but insiders say it could redefine the rules of hip-hop conflicts entirely. You do not want to blink or miss the next update because this feud is entering uncharted territory. If you want to stay ahead of every shocking moment, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Every post, every leak, every insider revelation will hit here first, and the next chapter of this war could change everything about how we see these two icons. Finally, let's speculate. What will Drake reveal next? And how will Jay-Z respond? Will this feud explode into a full-scale industry confrontation? Or is there a hidden reconciliation waiting behind the scenes? Comment your theories, tag friends who need to see this, and let's track this story together. This is just the beginning, and the next wave of drama is about to hit. Stay tuned, because when these two giants clash, the world watches, waits, and gets completely shook.